Welcome fellow photographers or fellow beginners to this Lightroom course. In this course you will learn so much and learn how to fully work with the Adobe Lightroom Classic. Not only will you learn how to edit an image, you will learn how to export it in different modules, you will learn how to share them, and you will also learn how to edit certain style, which a lot of times is the reason people even download Lightroom, because they want to edit like the popular trends they're seeing online. They want to edit a certain style and get those Instagram likes. And you will learn how to publish your works online, where to publish them, and enter your photos into contests, join different communities, and basically you're starting from the bottom and all the way to the top. By the end of this course, you will have your own portfolios online. You will have an array of your edited image in your library. You will have your accounts on different platforms where you can join communities, join contests, join challenges, and learn to grow in the field that you've chosen. Now, Lightroom is something you've probably heard a lot of. There's a lot of presets being sold, a lot of tutorials out there, a lot of plugins, and so much more. And let me just say that Lightroom is worth all the hype. But what sets it apart from other programs is that not only can you import an image and edit them, but you can actually go further and export or print your images in different forms. We will get into what each of them are, because when you first open Lightroom, it might be a little intimidating. There's so many options, so many modules, so many panels. But once we get to explore each one by one, it won't be as difficult anymore. So Lightroom is a great management software, photo management software, and what it does is that you can keep track of where your images were shot, in what collections they are, where they're exported, and how they are exported. Now keep in mind that there's two Lightrooms. In this course we're using Lightroom Classic. There's another Lightroom called Lightroom CC. And the main difference is that in Lightroom CC, it's cloud-based. So whatever you do is connected to your Adobe cloud. But whatever you do in Lightroom Classic, it's connected to your hard drive or your external drives. Lightroom CC just has the editing parts and the exporting parts, although not every kind of exporting. Whereas Lightroom Classic has so much more options, and at times you would be shocked that software like this even has those options. So for you to begin, when you want to first start editing images, I would definitely recommend that you start with Lightroom Classic. The main reason for that is that yes, it is more complex, but if you know how to work with Lightroom Classic, working with Lightroom CC is no big deal. Because everything in Lightroom CC, except for the cloud-based storage, is available in Lightroom Classic. So definitely start with Lightroom Classic. It's available in the Adobe store. You can go and download it, no problem. And if you just put in enough time to learn each of these once, editing an image, exporting them will be a piece of cake for you. So in Lightroom, again, you can import your image like you can do with any other software. You can rate them, you can label them, you can add metadata, you can add keywords to it, add comments, and not only that, but you can create your own presets where you can either sell them or give it to or use it yourself. So you're saving time for yourself. So you would import your images in in library. So you would import images in library. You would develop them, which is the editing part. You can organize them in map, organize them based on where they were taken. And here you have the options for exporting. You can create your own book here. Yes, you can create a book in Lightroom. And you can fix the layout if you want any text in there, if you want what you want the cover image to look like, how many pages. You can do all of that in Lightroom. And then after that, all you have to do is just wait for the book to arrive to you. Now, obviously, they are doing a collaboration with Blurb, which is a self-publishing platform. We'll get into that in other lessons. Then you can make a slideshow with Lightroom. You can arrange your images, put a background music, put some text overlay, and then export it to either PDF or a movie, depending on whether you want the music and the transitions to be there. You can print your images with high resolution, arrange the layout, how big or small you want each one of them to be, and it connects straight to your printer, so you don't have to do much. Just have to put the paper in there and do your adjustments here, and then Lightroom will take care of everything else. And finally, you can create your own online portfolio, and then you can create an HTML. And there's a lot of templates that Lightroom gives you, so all you have to do is just drag and drop and just do a few personalized adjustments, and then you're good to go. So the Lightroom Classic has all of these and so much more that we will learn in the future, but Lightroom CC doesn't have any of these. All you can do in Lightroom CC is import, edit, and export, or share it elsewhere. So that is why, again, start with Lightroom Classic and then move on to Lightroom CC. So without further ado, let's get started.